Episode 3 of Rabbit Hole, titled The Algorithms of Control, is 56 minutes long. And now, in this episode, after the craziness that was the first two episode premiere, we finally get a little bit of backstory of Kiefer Sutherland's character of John Weir and his friend Miles Valance. We get flashbacks of the past, the present, the future. I want to say, in a way, the future a little bit. If you didn't know, this is a series that premiered March 26, 2023 on Paramount Plus, and the show is running for 8 episodes. It basically tells the story of Kiefer Sutherland, who is a private espionage agent framed for murder. There's a lot of cat and mouse and interesting aspect of what is going on, and we find out in this episode that Charles Dance, Dr. Ben Wilson, is actually his father. The father staged his suicide to make it look like, he was dead because to protect his son, John, and his wife. But the wife knew that the suicide was planned and it was staged. So, the entire time, after the whole ordeal of John when he was young, his mother's a drunk, leaves, he goes to a boarding school, I want to say, in a way, where he meets Valance. They both understand numbers, ciphers, codes. Valance kind of helps him in a way of deciphering the safe that is in the father's office, and he wants to know what's in it, what he really wants to know. And basically the aspect of everything is how things work and what's going on. And then we get Charles Dance coming in, who is a phenomenal, brilliant actor and very, really underrated as Dr. Ben Wilson. And he gives a array of ordeal of the government, how certain things are planned, what the media wants you to see, they don't want you to see, how algorithms work, are they true, and what algorithms are based off of, and how everything is a Manchurian candidate kind of espionage kind of feeling to it, but you don't know what's real and what's fake. Well, we find out that the reason Dr. Ben Wilson did this is because, he has someone who is called Crowley, killing people and certain things. Now, we know Miles Valance died, but he got a call from Crowley saying, do it now. Now, we also have the aspect of who is doing certain things. The father-son relationship between John Weir and Ben Wilson is great. Kiefer Sutherland and Charles Dance give that dynamic of who to trust, who not to trust. Can I still trust you if you're my father, if you staged your suicide? And then the whole thing of, the woman that is with them, Haley, and she's just there, she's in everything, and then she's trying to do certain things. And there's a kind of interrogation scene, but it's not really an interrogation scene, where Charles Dance's character, Ben Wilson, kind of interrogates Haley. It's like, who are you? What do you work for? We still don't know who her character is. She says she is this, but I feel like she's just telling a story just to get by. Who is Crowley? The whole aspect of the way certain things are. We find out how Arden Analytics was created with what was in the safe, because it's numerical numbers working together with algorithms, and the whole aspect of Facebook being mentioned in this. It really opens your mind of how certain things can work and process in the real world, but then it goes to show, like, okay, who's really funding certain things, what's going on with wars, why are they funding it, where can you be at one time, why did a plane crash happen when you were supposed to meet someone about a certain kind of secret project. The list goes on and on. And we find that in this safe there was paperwork that kind of built the Arden Analytics, and kind of, everything started from the beginning. How Dr. Ben Wilson found Valance and his son. They were all working in it together, but then Valance kind of turned because somehow Crowley got to him. And then we see that the kind of little thumb drive and the access code of how and what is in Valance's files, is just sitting there in the flashback of trying to decode and cipher where letters are numbers, numbers are letters. It's just absolutely mind-blowing and so much fun. And the writing is really, really good. And like how everything progresses into a certain part. And now Xander, we finally get to know who Valance's right-hand guy was. Xander, he kind of fails at trying to stop John, from doing what he was doing by cracking into the files. And then we have the FBI agent who's digging in deeper, and what's happening with that. So we also see, like, and then Xander, of course, kills himself like Valance did, right in front of the FBI agent. So, and that's the end of the episode. It's really interesting to see where you can probably put certain things in motion. Who's Crowley? I feel like Crowley is the president of the United States, but I could be mistaken. Now, who's Haley? I feel like she's some kind of FBI or CIA agent, trying to either protect John or Dr. Ben Wilson, or she herself is Crowley. If she's Crowley, mind blown. Like, who is she manipulating? Why is she doing this? And it's going to be insane. I love this espionage, a spy thriller aspect of it. And it's only the third episode, and there's 8 episodes total. So it's a weekly episodic show, and it's really great. And this third episode kind of gave us a backstory and background of how everything is connecting, the algorithms of control. Great title for a TV show, especially an hour episodic TV show. So, plus then, if you do listen to what Dr. Ben Wilson, Charles Dance's character, says, he opens your mind about certain things, like, can you trust certain things? Can you not trust certain things? So it's really interesting. And while the first 2 episodes were really confusing as to what was going on, felt like certain things didn't work, but this third episode really put into perspective and put everything together. And I'm really interested, and I can't wait to check this out. This is a show that is going to get rave reviews and get talked about by word of mouth. And I've heard that a lot of people do enjoy this show, and a lot have praised that this show is the next big thing. I'm really curious to see if this gets picked up for a second season, or if this is a 1-season, one and done show. It's going to be interesting and curious to find out. So it's going to be great. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about episode 3 of Rabbit Hole, titled The Algorithms of Control. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What do you think about the whole aspect of what's going on? Who do you trust? Who do you not trust? And who do you think Crowley is? Who do you really think Haley is? And do you think we're going to get more questions than answers, or will everything be, kind of solved by the end of this season? It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new review videos of Rabbit Hole on my channel. I'll see you all in the next review video. And be sure you tune in next week for my episode 4 review of Rabbit Hole. And thank you for tuning in.